Hey guys, welcome back to your Heroclix headquarters. Today we've got some more Fantastic Four previews for you, this time coming to us from the Clicks Off Facebook page. So make sure you go over there, check them out, give them a like, and support them. But without further ado, let's look at what we've got today. Starting us off, we have the Common Prime Black Leopard. He's got the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Wakanda, Ruler, and Warrior keywords. Number 13B, and has the improved movement hindering terrain, which is always nice to see on a Black Panther. And he starts off with a trait that says the maximum attack, defense, and damage value of opposing characters within 6 squares and line of fire are each equal to Black Leopard's printed value of that type. And if you look at his dial, that is insane because he only has very basic stats. 10 movement with charge, 10 attack with blades claws, 17 defense with combat reflexes and indomitable, and a 3 damage. So he's only 50 points too. So every opposing character within 6 squares in line of fire of him is not going to be able to have more than a 10 attack, 17 defense, or 3 damage, which is crazy. I mean, it's like saying, hey Galactus, you like that 21 defense? Too bad it's a 17 now. I mean, that's just insane. Or, hey Ultron, you like that 14 attack? Too bad, it's a 10 now. It's crazy. It's really crazy that this 50-point character can just bring everyone down to his basic stats. I think for a Common Prime, they've been making Common Primes better and better lately, so that's pretty awesome, but this guy's going to be insane. I am not looking forward to having to go against one of these, but definitely looking forward to owning one, so that's usually pretty good. He also has another special on his damage that gives him leadership and perplex, and when Black Leopard uses perplex to target himself, modify the chosen value by +2. Instead, if an opposing character within 6 squares in line of fire has a higher printed value for the chosen value than Black Leopard's printed value. Okay, so basically, if somebody within 6 squares in line of fire of him has an 11 attack, you're going to bring them down to a 10 first of all, but then you can perplex himself up +2 because their printed is higher than his printed. So now he's got a 12 and he can charge blades them, and he's got that leadership, which is nice. And then actually, if you look at the back and his last couple clicks there, when he goes down to a 9 attack, 16 defense, 2 damage, that's going to be even worse for your opponent, because that means all of their characters are going to have a 9 attack, 16 defense, and 2 damage. So that's actually even better once he gets hit. That's crazy. Those Prime Black Panthers are always pretty awesome, and this one is maybe my favorite yet. They've done a lot of Prime Black Panthers recently. But I like this one the most so far. But moving on, we have the Uncommon Claw. He's got the AIM, Frightful Four, Masters of Evil, and Scientist keywords. Number 29 in the set. He's got the Frightful Four Sonic Wave trait. We've seen Frightful Four traits on a lot of these characters. They're usually really good. This one says, friendly characters with the Frightful Four keyword can use energy shield deflection, and that is pretty great. You know, comboing that with all the other ones we've seen, like Hydro Man, -1 damage from ranged attacks, or that wizard that could give everybody protected outwit. There's a lot of really good Frightful Four traits, and playing them all together seems like it's going to be really strong. They do all seem to be 75 points, of course, so you're probably going to only be playing 4 of them in a regular 300-point game, which is pretty nice. Doesn't leave you any room for any extra objects or anything. But oh well, they're still pretty good, and he's got another trait, Overwhelming Blast of Sound. When a claw is KO'd, roll a d6. On a 4 through 6, deal 2 penetrating damage to all opposing characters within 4 squares. I like that it says opposing characters, because all these types of characters that blow up when they die and do a couple penetrating damage or whatever, it usually just says all characters within so many squares, and they end up getting sniped before you can even move them up, and then it hurts your whole team before they even get close to your opponent. So it's really nice to see that it only hits opposing characters. That's pretty nice. And then he has a special on his defense. Can't touch us. Barrier and vulnerability. When Claw uses barrier, he may count range and draw lines of fire from the square of a friendly character with the Frightful 4 keyword. That's pretty nice. So you could actually have him use barrier on one of your guys that's like way up closer in the fight to protect them, even if he's way back here somewhere. That's pretty cool to see. He's got the Masters of Evil team ability, which is going to give him Colossal Stamina. I like that they've been putting all the team abilities on the cards still. It's really nice to see. I hope they continue to do that in future sets. But then looking at his dial, he's got some phasing teleport to start with. He gets some running shot pulse wave there in the middle. He's got a little bit of range combat expert and 6 range. He's not too bad. I wish they would have given him some maybe sidestep up front. A little bit of willpower would help too, but he's pretty good. He's only an uncommon, so you can't really ask for too much there. Now, finally, we have a chase figure, Franklin Von Doom. So, I mean, that all but confirms the chase theme of this set is the Doom family from Battle World. Now we'll take a look at him. He's got the Battle World other keyword, the Fantastic Four, Latveria, and Cosmic keywords. He's only 70 points, and he's got the Minions of Doom team ability. And looking at his stats, they look like they get pretty ridiculous there at the end, but let's see what all of his specials can do. He's got a trait, My Thoughts and Desires Come to Fruition. Free, choose one. If 5 or less of Franklin Von Doom's generated terrain markers are on the map, generate a terrain marker, hindering, water, or blocking, in an adjacent square, or remove all terrain markers except debris from a square within range and line of fire. He does have a 9 range with 2 targets, so that's really far reach. To remove terrain markers from a square within his range is going to be pretty good if your opponent tries to barrier themselves off from you, or a smoke cloud to get some stealth or something like that. Just removing that 1 marker can make all the difference, really. But that's only the beginning. He also has a special on his attack that gives him Incapacitate and Telekinesis. So that's pretty good. He's got an 11 attack with that 9 range double target for Telekinesis. And if we look at his damage power, he's got Probability Control and Outwit, but only when Franklin Von Doom occupies a terrain marker. So if you put one of his own hindering terrain markers in his square, then he can use a 9 range Outwit. He's got a 9 range double target Incapacitate with some Probability Control if he misses with his 11 attack. And he's got that 18 defense with Energy Shield Deflection. A little bit of Flight and Phase Teleport doesn't hurt. Yeah, but now the craziest thing he's got on him here is his special defense power. Want to save yourself some trouble and give up? I probably would, looking at this special. It gives him Stop, Power Cosmic, Colossal Size, and Impervious. And with 7 movement with Sidestep, a 13 attack with Penetrating Psychic Blast, a 20 defense, and a 5 damage. That is insane for only 70 points. If you're going against this guy, definitely try to save him for last, because as annoying as he's going to be with that 9 range double target incap and generating the markers every turn, or potentially removing yours and probbing and outwitting, that's probably not as bad as running into a 13 attack penetrating blast for 5 damage from 9 range away. And then having to deal with a 20 defense with Impervious that's both a stop click and power cosmic, so there's no outwitting or pulse waving through that. Man, this guy is a beast for the points. And I also want to note that for 70 points, his sister Valeria was 30 points, and his mom, Susan Storm, was 100 points. So that's 200 points right there. Which I believe means that when we do get God Doom, he'll probably have a 100 point line. I'm sure he'll have some ridiculous like 200 point line on top of that. But I would guess he'll have a 100 point line just to make the whole family a nice little 300 point theme team. Battle World, Other, and Latveria keywords are going to be really strong. And Fantastic Four, he's got Fantastic Four too, so he's my favorite chase so far, I think. But we have yet to see God Doom. Who knows what kind of ridiculousness he's gonna have, but I can't wait to see it. I'm hoping they show it to us by Friday. I'm thinking Friday they'll probably give us one more preview, and I'm hoping that they'll show us God Doom. This set is again shaping up to be really great. With every new preview, it's just more and more good stuff that I want to get. As usual, they do really good with all the previews. I'm always super psyched for new sets, but this one is looking mean. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments what your favorite figure you're most looking forward to is, and what you think of these new figures and how crazy powerful they're going to be. And as always, if you like this video, please leave a like for me. I'd appreciate it. And don't forget to click that subscribe button, because we're always posting these types of preview videos ASAP, just for you guys, and because I love talking about new figures. So once again, thank you for watching. Until next time, this has been Heroclix Headquarters, signing off.